What up? What up? Episode 128. Coming at you hot.
Yeah.
Coming at you hot here. We hot.
What was that?
I don't know. Did you hear? That wasn't you?
No. What was that?
I don't know. That was crazy sounding. I thought like you were about to play a
What?
I ain't gay no more. You know what I'm talking about? You ever say that? The I ain't gay no more.
What is this? Oh, okay.
Do you believe that the Lord tonight has set you free?
Yes, sir.
Turn around and tell those people.
Tell them.
I'm not gay no more. I am delivered. I don't like men no more. I said I like women. Women. I said women. I'm not gay. I would not date a man. I would not carry a purse. I would not put on makeup. I will love a woman.
We just got our cold open.
Turn that nice black homosexual young man to a straight young man.
Yeah, right. I don't know, dude. Look at that bow tie.
Yeah, he got some work to do still. But
Dude, I seen another fucking awesome Key and Peele. What was it about? It was about Gremlins.
okay.
It was Gremlins. They do like the sequel to the Gremlins, and it's like
Oh, I think I've seen this. They're like in a boardroom.
they're in a boardroom,
Yeah.
and this guy comes in. And he's like, don't worry, I'm here from the studio.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm just here to, just put my touches on sequels. He's like, that's it. They're having like serious conversation, and he jumps in with all this shit,
Yeah,
all this crazy
Let's
shit.
have a vegetable one made out of vegetables.
and they're all like getting in on it and shit. And it sounds ridiculous. And I forgot what Gremlins 2 was.
Yeah.
But then at the end, it's like all of these things made it into Gremlins 2.
Yeah, Gremlins 2 is crazy.
It's like had Hulk Hogan that like breaks the third wall or fourth wall.
Yeah, it's like it takes place in like a studio, like a
Oh, okay. Like a movie studio.
movie studio, but it's like a like a skyscraper.
Okay.
And so it's a sky, and like at each level there's like different stuff going on. There's like a studio, there's like a laboratory, and everything like that.
Yes.
So there's a lot of crazy shit. There's like a lightning one.
Yeah, like
Electricity.
He's like, and it'll be animated for no reason.
Yeah. There's a tranny one.
Yeah, it's a girl one. Yeah.
Is it a girl one or a tranny one?
I mean, it looks like a tranny.
I don't know if there's any female gremlins.
Well, I think there is one. Well, yeah, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what the biologic. I don't know if gremlins can be females.
Hey! I know my gremlin, dog.
No, I trust you. In your gremlin, I trust you.
Yeah, it's been a long time since I've seen Gremlins 2.
Yeah, I think it's trash. I'm pretty sure.
I don't know. I can remember. I know I liked it.
When I actually went back and watched the trailer to it, I was like, this is the Gremlins I watched for sure.
Yeah.
Like it was. I don't know if Annie had it or something.
I think I liked 2 better than I liked 1 as a kid.
Do you want to watch your Gremlins 2 trailer?
But it could be like, Secret of the Ooze and OG Ninja Turtles.
Enzo's gonna be here, so he's gonna walk in. So,
Yeah, Enzo's coming tonight.
what'd you say?
I think.
Well, it's fine. I mean, if you have to, It's not on camera or anything. Huh? Did you win? No? You're on a losing streak? Oh.
Bum, bum, bum.
Did you get a goal? Show. Oh shit! Let me see that ring. Let me see that ring. Ooh, damn! Damn! All right, we're about to watch the Gremlins trailer. Or do you want to watch the game? It's probably long.
Yeah, it's like 4 minutes.
Where's the trailer here?
Yeah, type in trailer.
Oh yeah, forgot.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think I'm hard into the internet. I don't know.
the new batch.
This one?
Someone made like a short film of like a Gremlins.
Like a remake?
It was pretty good. No, it was like a short film.
That's what I mean, like a new
Remember
story.
the
Though.
last time we told you not to feed them after midnight? We told you to keep them away from the light. And the most important warning of all, we told you to never, ever get them wet. You didn't listen.
Well, feeding them after midnight is way more important than getting them wet. Because getting them wet just makes them multiply.
Sir, is the building on fire? No, that's a false
Is this
alarm.
for real?
What?
This
Are you
trailer.
trying to panic New York City?
Absolutely not. So the monsters are real? I didn't say that.
Gremlins 2. The new
Yeah,
batch.
fuck with that.
Now, was that civilized? No, clearly not. Fun, but in no sense
I watch this.
civilized.
I watch this shit.
The music though is wild.
That's the Gremlins music. That's the original.
Is that?
Yeah. It's Spielberg.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, Spielberg's producer on it.
Exactly.
Kathleen Kennedy. She's the one that runs fucking. I think that's who runs Disney now,
She's the CEO of Disney.
or like the Star Wars. I don't know what she is, but she like runs the Star Wars area.
Oh shit,
She's the one that's like ruining it.
that's not good.
Pop it, baby.
Yeah, man, I fuck with that. Look up Gremlins like short film or some shit real quick. Because there's always talks of like a Gremlins 3. I feel like they could do a lot with Gremlins. Recall, yeah.
Right here.
Yeah. Oh, that's 10 minutes.
It's 10 minutes long.
And now,
Jesus. Is that a cattle prod?
well, they said they could take the devil out of a mogwai, but someone's always got to put them in their place.
Like I always say, there's gonna be good dogs and bad dogs.
And ones you electrocute?
Shut it.
Fast forward a little bit.
And look, I'm sorry, I don't know where she
See, you
gets
can get
that
some
at.
Gremlins in there.
Is there
Probably
anything
towards
else
the
I
middle.
can get you?
It's shot in a weird aspect ratio.
Hey,
Yeah.
are you kidding me?
Sorry! I didn't mean to take her. I was gonna put her back.
Fantastic.
Wait, where did they go?
Did you touch him? Did you feed him anything?
I just gave him some of the shake.
Oh, now you done it.
They don't normally do this?
Make cocoons.
Yeah. It's out there.
It looks decent. It's shot with one of those lenses that
Like,
I-
yeah.
have you seen a video on these before? Be like, make anything you do look like cinematic or look like Nolan or something like that. It's like use this lens. It's like a $1,200 lens. I forgot what it's called. There's like a certain, and it gives you that like super wide Like where all that negative space.
Yeah.
Forgot what it's called. It's called something.
They could make like a really good dark comedy with Gremlins.
Yeah,
Like nowadays, you know.
they could. For sure.
They could keep it really dark too. Maybe that's what
How many views does it have?
maybe that's what I'll make my life goal.
What, to make a gremlin? That's what you do?
Yeah.
That's it?
That's it, bro.
Out of anything you could have done,
Yeah.
you would have made.
That's what I'm gonna go for.
Well, do it, man.
Are we on pop culture? Is that what's going
I
on?
think so.
Did you watch Gremlins or something? How do we get on? How do we talk about Gremlins? Oh yeah, the Key and Peele
Yeah, I can't peel.
thing. Did you watch? Did you watch The Last of Us?
Yeah.
That was the
Season
last.
finale?
Season finale. So, like, I enjoy watching that show every Sunday. I like having a show to watch. Definitely never gonna rewatch this show ever again. It's never gonna get a rewatch from me like The Wire or Sopranos.
True Detective.
True
season one.
Detective. It's just not. It just feels like Walking Dead to me. I don't know if you never watched.
I never
it.
watched it.
Yeah, it's
but
just like The Walking Dead. Like that's basically like what it is.
that's kind of what I figured from it. Is it
So-
better?
Not really.
No.
Mm-mm. In fact, I think The Walking Dead is like a little bit more, has more like, drama to it.
Really?
Yeah, has more like characters that you care about and get sad or dying and,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It didn't feel like a season finale.
No, it was a
episode.
horrible season finale.
Yeah.
It's fucking horrible.
Yeah. It was a good episode. Like,
Good, yeah, it's a good episode.
fine.
Horrible ender though. I thought she was at the very end before she was like, "Promise me, swear to me that what you said was true." I thought because she like had something that was on her mind, and she
Yeah.
started saying it. I swear to God, I thought she was gonna be like, "I'm gay,"
Yeah, right?
you know?
Yeah, I know.
And he was gonna be like, "Me too."
I don't even remember what happened in it. Like I don't remember. All I remember was when they did the season recap. So they opened with the season recap. They didn't show anything about Bill in there. They didn't show anything from that episode. They did every episode.
Yeah,
Every episode. And I was like, they didn't do the Bill episode in the season recap.
yeah, it was super important.
Yeah, exactly. Everyone's the crude,
It's
the best thing that's ever been released on television.
premium cable.
Yeah. And it didn't make the cut for the season recap.
Yeah.
And Rachel was like, yeah, it's because it wouldn't make sense. If it's because that episode
Yeah, because
didn't
I remember
make
who the fuck
sense.
is Bill? Oh, yeah, Bill.
Oh, yeah.
So
No, they would have been like that. Did you see the season recap? It had the Bill scene in. It was the best thing that's ever played on television.
yeah.
It's just the strawberry giggle.
Yeah. Rainn Wilson, who is Dwight from The Office, he actually, I guess he tweeted, I do think there is an anti-Christian bias in Hollywood. As soon as the David character in The Last of Us started reading from the Bible, I knew that he was going to be a hard villain. Or something villain. It's, he's just saying like as soon as he saw a Bible, he was like, "Oh, they're gonna make this guy the bad guy."
Oh, yeah, that was the episode prior to the one
Yeah.
we just watched. Yeah. Did we even talk about that episode?
No,
No, we didn't. It was a good episode. But yeah,
it was
I
a
knew
good episode.
I knew they were gonna do that too. I was like, oh, here we go.
Yeah,
Christianity bad.
Christianity bad.
They kind of save it by making him like a not believer, and you know what I mean. Like he tells her that
Yeah.
he doesn't really believe in that shit. He just uses it for the power.
Right.
So that made me go, all right, right. How dare you defame the Lord like that?
Yeah.
The Lord would not be with that.
Yeah. You know, she's like 20.
Who, Ellie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's like 20.
Yeah.
So I wonder what they're going to do because, like, I wonder how far, because I didn't play the game, so, I don't know how the game ends. Did the game end like that? Is that how the game ends?
I heard they're going to make multiple seasons out of the second part of the game.
Second, part 2?
Yeah.
So Joel's dead in part 2.
Okay. So I don't know how they're going to do that.
So Ellie's like 20 and Joel's dead. I don't know if he dies in the original game. I think he does die in the original game. I could be wrong, but from what I've heard, people were mad at the second game because they made it appear for like advertisements for it or something, made it appear like Joel was in it.
For the game.
Yeah. And so everybody was like pumped about that. And then he just wasn't. So.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know anything about the game either. Did you know that the girl who was playing Ellie's mom was the girl that played Ellie in the game?
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
It looks like her.
It looks like Ellie.
Looks
Ellie.
like
the girl in the show.
Yes.
I thought they at first were doing some trickery.
So did I.
I was like, oh damn, they're doing some like CGI shit here.
Yeah.
And then I was like,
because then I was like, are they dressing? Is that Ellie, the actress?
That's what I thought too. I was like, is she
playing her mom?
Yeah, in prosthetics or whatever, like playing older. But
Right.
They just casted that really well.
Yeah, I did like when Joel went nuts in the hospital. He just fucking killed everybody. It made me happy because the mood I got in was like as soon as they were like, "Oh yeah, she's gonna, we got to kill her."
Yeah.
I was like, nope, nope.
Yeah.
You'll get her, and then once he got free, he would like point his gun at someone. I was like, no, shoot that motherfucker, and he would shoot him, And every person I was like, nope, shoot him.
Yeah, it was ruthless.
Yeah, he just fucking cold-heartedly fucking.
And he's like doing it to damn the whole world too. Like
yeah, he's like, fuck it.
Yeah, he's like, you're not losing another
daughter.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I guess I do know why he lied. Because at first I didn't know why he lied, but then I got it. Like it's because like the woman told him she should have that choice too, and she might. I think she might. He's scared that she might choose to sacrifice herself.
Yeah.
And that's why he told her like, "Oh, they've tried it already, and it's never worked."
Yep.
I like that he shot the fucking doctor right in the head.
Yeah.
Like that was great. I wanted him to shoot the nurses too.
Yeah, he did it. Yeah.
I was like, yeah, shoot them bitches too. But yeah, it's never. I'm never gonna rewatch it though. Like I'm gonna watch season 2 and everything, but it's just not gonna be a rewatch show. Which takes me on to what we started last night, which I'm really excited about. And I've been wanting to rewatch this for a very long time. I just never could figure out how to get Melissa into it. And it was like the perfect opportunity because like we didn't really have anything to watch. And so I kind of forced it on her. We're watching Oz on HBO. And it's interesting because Oz is one of the it's like the first what do they label it as? Hold on.
Like cinematic series.
Yeah, like it's the first 1-hour dramatic television series to be produced by a premium cable network.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So like that was HBO's like first dramatic show. Like they had shows on HBO and stuff, but that was their first 1-hour drama type show that, took us into Sopranos and The Wire and shit.
Kind of broke the mold.
Yeah, and it was like raw. Like people didn't really see TV like that.
A lot of butt fucking.
Like some straight raw shit. A lot of dicks.
Yeah.
A lot of dicks in Oz.
I remember watching Oz at your parents' house.
Yeah, I was watching. I watched Oz at a way too young of an age.
Oh yeah.
To be watching Oz.
Yeah.
But I was like into that shit though. I like gang shit and stuff.
You did.
You know,
Yep.
like fucking like boy or Menace to Society. Watched
Yep.
that with Josh for the first time. My neighbor.
You were probably 10.
Yeah, I was probably
9.
fucking like 9 years old and we watched Menace to Society. Shit. And I was like, whoa. This is crazy.
I seen Don't Be a Menace pretty young.
Probably at my house. No,
No,
you
it's
seen it, like a hockey tournament,
Yeah.
hockey thing.
Yep. Jerry Taylor's house.
Okay.
Yeah. I seen that before Menace to Society and like Boys in the Hood.
Okay.
So I didn't really have a point of reference for like anything,
Right.
but I loved it. It was awesome. I still love it. I've
Yeah.
rewatched it recently.
I rewatched Scary Movie 2.
That's a good movie too.
Yeah. It is a good movie.
The first two are really good. Scary Movie's good.
Yep. But yeah, Oz is cool, man, because you see a lot of people started off on Oz that you see, especially in other HBO
Okay.
shows and everything like that. They get their start off in Oz. Fucking J.K. Simmons,
Really?
you know,
Yeah.
from Spider-Man
Yeah.
and everything. Yeah, he's a ruthless motherfucker in Oz. The first episode of Oz, it's filmed really, really strangely, man. Like there's all these it's like really experimental, like the way they film
Is
it.
it kind of documentary-ish?
No,
No?
it's real. It's just really weird. Like they do all these weird camera things. Like I don't know how to explain it. It's really fucking weird. But anyways, the first episode, the narrator introduces a bunch of prisoners, and he'll tell you their name, and then he'll show a little recap of what they did to get in there.
Yeah.
In case you don't know, Oz is about a prison, right? It's about this experimental prison that's like one of a kind, and it's like instead of like cells, they're like, or instead of like bars and everything, they're all in like glass, like see-through cells and shit like that. And so that's what you're in. You're in like this new experimental prison, and so one of the guys you follow around is like it opens up with this lawyer dude who's like a nerdy guy who's in there for drunk driving. He killed some girl for drunk driving, right? And he's like a lawyer, and he's like super like nerdy and weak and shit like that. And it shows him his first day in there, and like his cellmate is this dude that later on is like this really fucked up guy, but he starts like harassing him and shit. It's this black dude named Adebisi, and he's like harassing him. And then J.K. Simmons' character, whose name is Vern Schillinger, it shows him like watching it happen, right? And he looks way different. He's like younger, but he's like real. He's kind of like fat and stuff in it.
I don't remember him in it. Oh yeah, I do.
And he shows him like watching this happen and stuff, and he like buddies up with this guy, and he's like, "Oh, you don't gotta take that," He's like, he did that same stuff to me, and I got him to stop. And he's like, "How did you get him to stop?" And he's like, "Oh, you just go ask the the warden to change your cell." And he's like, "I can do that." And he's like, "Yeah, you could do that." He's like, "You should shack up with me." Like, he's real buddy with him. So he does that, and he gets into his cell with him, right? Like he changes cells and buddies up with him, and he's like, they're in their cell, and he's like, "Oh yeah, thanks," and everything, and blah blah blah. And he's like, all of a sudden he's like, he takes off his shirt. J.K. Simmons takes off his shirt, and he's like, "You like my tattoos?" And they're all like fucking Nazi tattoos and shit.
Yeah.
And he's like, "I'm gonna brand you later."
Oh jeez.
And the guy's like, "Brand me?" And he's like, "Yeah." He's like, "You're my cattle." He's like, "You're my property now." And like it's just cool because he comes off as like this friendly guy, and then he's like a fucking monster, And he ends up like burning some shit into his ass and everything. Yeah, real dark.
Pretty
show.
dark.
Yeah, look at that DVD set they were just showing.
Are you watching ads on it for it?
Yeah, they had like the old school box set, you know. That thump though. There's some thump happening.
I don't know what that is right now, but
Yeah, my favorite character in the show, because it's like 6 seasons. My favorite character in the show is O'Reilly, and he does those I think they're car insurance commercials now, which is funny because I think J.K. Simmons does car insurance.
He does.
Insurance ones, but they're the ones where he keeps getting hurt.
Oh yeah, he's Havoc or whatever. He's Is it something like Havoc or something? Yeah.
Something like that.
What is this Havoc?
Talking
Is that
to it?
the character?
Check.
The character in the commercial?
Yeah, that's the guy in the commercial.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he's actually my favorite character in the.
Oh, dude, that guy's hooked up from that gig. Like,
from what?
From that car insurance commercial.
Is he?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Okay.
It's like, I mean, that's like he's paid.
All right, that's cool.
Yeah. That's the way to do it.
Dean Winters.
Because he only has to shoot these, how long are they?
Right.
And then they just run them and run them and run them. He grabs a check from them.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, his character is cool in the show. He's like a Irish mobster guy type deal. But it's a good show. I suggest everyone check out Oz. Like I said, like it's really experimental in the way they film it and everything too.
Yeah, I
it's
remember
the first of its kind.
liking it. Except for all the butt sex.
Is there a lot of it in there?
I remember there being
a lot.
Or like a lot of
it's just more than you've ever seen before.
Yeah.
You know.
For that time.
Yeah.
I mean, it's about a prison, so. Okay. And I think it was actually a movie. It was based off a movie, if I'm not mistaken.
Shawshank Redemption?
No, I think the movie's called Oz.
The Wizard of Oz.
It's not that one.
Does it have a Wizard of Oz arc to it, though?
Not that I know of.
No? Okay. I thought maybe that there was like a Tin Man, a Cowardly Lion. Or is this... I
mean, maybe somewhere in there.
I could be wrong.
I don't know who Dorothy would be in this.
Okay.
They call the place that it takes place in, like, I guess the Gen Pop is called like Emerald City. They call it Emerald City.
I think it has a story about...
I don't think so, bro.
Emerald City is actually...
It. I think you'd have to dig in real deep to find something like that.
Wait, what's called Emerald City? Like in the show?
You gotta type in like HBO.
The general population.
Yeah, I just typed in Emerald City and it looks like the Wizard of Oz. So maybe there is.
That's because in the Wizard of Oz there's Emerald City.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay. But I thought that there was.
But I think they call that place Emerald City because the prison is called Oswald Institutions. So it's short. They call it Oz for short. Therefore, they call Gen Pop Emerald City.
Yeah, it says here that nothing of that sort. So.
Okay. I couldn't.
Yeah, I don't think it's.
Look up the movie though. Look up Oz movie. Type in Oz prison movie. I want to see if this. I'm telling you, there's a fucking movie. Hold on. Go up. It could be wrong, but I guess maybe there wasn't.
Well, maybe just it wasn't called Oz. I mean, maybe.
I think it is.
No, there's not. I thought there was. Remember The Last Castle though? That's a good movie.
It's a great movie.
Who's in that? Robert Redford?
Yep.
Let's find out.
Robert Redford.
Tony Soprano.
What's his name's in it too? That guy from Shutter
Mark
Island.
Ruffalo.
Mark Ruffalo, yeah.
Oh yeah,
James
Mark Ruffalo.
Gandolfini.
He's a snitch, isn't he? He's a
Yeah.
snitch. I mean, yeah, I think that's why I didn't like that guy for so long.
Because of that
He was a
movie.
snitch in
I think
this.
so, man.
I think nowadays he advocates for vaccines. So
He absolutely does.
as the
And socialism.
Yeah.
He was a huge Bernie supporter.
But he was part of
The Avengers.
he was part of the
was the Hulk,
Avengers,
wasn't he?
and he was the Hulk, and he did that Spotlight movie that
That was really good.
outed
Catholic Church.
Catholic Church.
Touching boys.
Yeah, it was about like the newspaper that first ran that story.
You ever seen The Last Castle, Enzo?
I have not.
Oh, it's really good. It's about this like really highly decorated fucking, I don't know,
PO Dub.
general or some shit. No, he gets he's like super, I don't know what you call it, I guess decorated
general,
or whatever.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very famous one, and I forgot what he did, but he gets sent to
Prison.
military prison though.
Okay.
It's a
So
military prison. And he just sees that it's really fucked up how it's ran in there.
Yeah.
Like it's like unfair and shit. And so he basically starts, he's like well known,
Yeah.
this guy. And he starts basically creates his own army.
Starts like a prison revolt.
Within the prison, yeah. And starts leading all these dudes.
And James Gandolfini plays the
warden.
Yeah, it's an awesome movie.
I kinda wanna watch that.
Robert Redford's pretty badass.
Yeah.
What's that
He's
other one
pretty
with Brad Pitt?
badass in it.
Yeah.
What's the other one that he's in with Brad
The
Pitt?
Avengers.
No,
Oh, not Mark Ruffalo.
No, he's in Captain America.
Oh, he
Two.
is. He's that's right.
he is.
The bad guy.
Yeah, I'm talking about the spy movie with Brad Pitt.
Brad Pitt
That
spy
movie's
movie.
awesome, dude.
Mr. and Mrs. Smith?
No, wait. Brad Pitt, Robert Redford, Spy Game, dude. That movie's awesome.
Spy Game.
Spy Game, 2001. You've never seen that, dude?
Let me
That's a
see.
great movie, dude.
Let me see it.
I have seen. I've seen a bit of that.
This movie's fucking awesome, dude.
Is that like who does he play?
He plays the CIA. He's a retired CIA agent, basically.
Okay.
And do you want me to tell you what happens?
Well,
And-
some of it.
Okay,
Who's
and
Brad Pitt play?
Brad Pitt is the guy, the asset that he acquires and trains to become like a spy, basically.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so Brad Pitt is like the field spy, the one that goes out and does the missions other places in the world. And
Oh,
he's like the
shit.
guy in the CIA office who's like in command and control of it all. Well, Brad Pitt basically gets captured in some like Chinese prison, and the CIA is gonna basically disavow him and get him killed. And Robert Redford has to like kind of play the system and find a way to like start. Like,
I never knew this movie existed, and it's Tony Scott.
It's really
It's
good, dude.
Tony Scott.
It's fucking Tony Scott,
Yeah.
bro.
Who's Tony Scott?
Tony Scott got bangers, dude.
Oh, yeah.
He jumped off a bridge and killed himself.
He
but-
sure
Damn.
did.
Yeah, he jumped
He
off
did.
I think he jumped off the Golden Gate Bridge.
What if he didn't jump off and he was thrown off?
Could have been. Yeah, it could have been.
I've heard that. True
Yeah.
Romance.
Really good movie.
He did fucking a bunch of Denzel.
Yeah, he did Man on Fire.
Man on Fire. You ever seen
Yeah.
Man on Fire?
Great movie.
Yeah.
I think he did the other one.
Fucking the Deja Vu one
Deja Vu.
or whatever it's
Yep.
called, or
He did The Gray with the guy from Taken.
Yeah.
That movie.
no, he produced that.
That
Yeah,
movie's good.
Liam Neeson.
Oh, okay. That movie's good though.
When did he kill himself? He
2012.
go down. His is like no go down.
2012.
His shit's more like early 2000s, 90s.
Man
Man
on
on Fire.
Fire, yep.
Tristan and Isolde. I remember that movie, but I don't know what it's about.
Domino. Oh, he produced Domino. Okay, so hold on. Wait. Find his
He
directing.
probably directed and produced
Just-
a lot of these.
Okay.
Yeah,
who's
'cause we're
controlling
looking
the
up
screen?
producer. Find director. Yeah, he.
Wait.
Nope.
I know. I'm gonna put just director on. Awesome. That didn't work.
Yeah, it
Hold on.
did. Oh, it didn't work. You're right.
Director. Okay, director. Unstop. Oh, he
Okay,
did take.
So Deja Vu. What was Numbers?
Numbers.
TV series. That's
Oh,
probably
it's a
why you don't
TV.
recognize it.
Oh.
He only did one episode.
Man on Fire, Enemy of the State. He did The Last Boy Scout. That was with Bruce Willis and Matt.
Beverly Hills Cop 2, Top Gun.
Oh yeah, he did Top Gun. That's right.
Oh, you guys gotta watch Spy Game, and you gotta watch Revenant.
I know. I gotta watch Revenant.
Just had to remind you, just in
And
case.
I don't know. It's just weird. It's like a movie I'm not like interested in. I get that it's gonna be good. I just gotta find the right time.
Man, it's got motherfucking
What
Leo.
about it doesn't interest you?
I don't know.
Timepiece, maybe.
Okay. Interesting.
The time.
I think I started watching it once. Okay. I did. I started watching it one time when I was like, I had one of those apps that like you like watch movies on, and they didn't have any subtitles in it.
Yeah, and they kind of talk weird.
And I watched for like, does it have subtitles in it?
Yeah.
Or does it not? Because
I
it
think
has
so.
to, right? Because
Yeah.
I remember I couldn't understand any. They were talking foreign languages and
They're
shit.
speaking French.
And
Yeah,
like Native
like
American
slang
too,
and shit
right?
like
Are there
that,
Native
too.
Americans in it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were talking like Native American stuff, and I watched about an hour of it, and I was
Not
like,
knowing what they're
yeah, and I
talking
was like,
about.
I don't know what this movie's about,
Yeah.
dude. I don't know who's bad or who's
Yeah.
good, what's going on here,
Yeah.
and I think that's why I just never watched it again.
The bear scene is.
I remember the
sick.
bear scene. I watched the bear scene.
It's wild that Leo won the Academy Award for this, though.
over Tom Hardy.
Yeah, because Leo's like kind of barely in it.
Doesn't talk.
He doesn't talk much.
Yeah.
He hasn't. He's not barely in it, but he's dead. He's dead or dying.
Yeah.
The majority
Yeah.
of the film.
Tom Hardy really is like a
Yeah.
good bad guy. In that.
Yeah, Tom Hardy like really fucking holds that movie together.
I've never seen The Aviator either, which is a Scorsese film.
Yeah, it's good.
You know.
It's long though, man. That's about Howard Hughes. That's a good one though. Because Howard Hughes goes fucking nuts.
Okay.
You know that Leo was actually, I think we talked about Hook last week, right? We talked about Hook last week?
Yeah.
Leo was supposed to be the boy in Hook. And
Jack?
Yeah, he was supposed to be Jack.
Really?
Yeah. And something happened. Either he got something else.
Yeah, he would have been young.
Yeah, he got something else, or that guy just won. The kid won out in the audition.
And never did anything ever again.
No. Nope.
Huh.
We did just have the Academy Awards, the Oscars. Is that what it's called? Is
Yeah.
that the same thing? The Academy Awards is the Oscars, right?
I have no idea.
Okay.
I don't know either.
I've never watched one of those shows ever in my life.
Yeah.
The only thing I ever watched was the MTV Music Awards back in the day when I was
Yeah.
young.
I'd watch the Oscars or the Grammys for like the musical performances. Like if like Eminem was performing or something like that.
Fucking Everything Everywhere All at Once won everything.
Yeah. Yeah. I watched like the beginning of it and they won the first 2 awards.
They won fucking everything. They won so did All's Quiet on the Western
Yeah.
Front won a lot too.
That was cool.
Oh, I still need to watch that.
Dude, I can't believe you haven't
know.
watched that movie.
I should watch it.
About German greatness, dog. All right.
Yeah, look up Oscar winners. Yeah, you got them?
Yeah.
Yeah, go down. Look at they won fucking like every fucking thing.
But is this the current year?
Brendan Fraser won
The
The Whale, so he's fully come back.
He's kind of a cuck.
See, they won. Okay, go up. Everything Everywhere All at Once won Best Actor in Supporting Role
That's the kid
Kid
from the Goonies.
and Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
So she won Best Actress.
The woman won Best Actress
Hold
from
on.
Everything All at Once.
Which woman?
The main character.
Michelle Yeoh.
The girl?
Yeah.
The young girl?
No,
No, the
mom.
mother.
The mom.
Yeah.
Okay. The young girl was up against what's her name? The older lady.
Jamie Lee Curtis
Jamie Lee Curtis.
won Best Actress.
See, she should
Supporting.
have won that.
The
younger-
Stephanie
Stephanie
Hizzy
Sue,
should have
that
won.
was-
Yeah, because Jamie Lee
Yeah.
Curtis wasn't shit in
Dude,
that.
I don't even
No.
remember her being in it.
She was in it a lot, but she's like plays like a different character in every.
Yeah, she definitely didn't deserve that.
No,
one
dude,
over
that
girl.
shit was. That girl was awesome in it.
Yeah, she was. She was
Yeah.
great. She
I was
real
really
great.
pissed when I saw. I, was
I
like,
gotta
how-
watch that movie again.
They missed the whole ass diversity thing too. They could have just
Opportunity
done it.
right there.
They could have done a
Right.
diversity
Yeah.
thing.
Well, she's so woke that
Who?
they.
Yeah, I guess
Jamie
it
Lee
doesn't matter.
Curtis. Tran-
Did you see what I did to you?
Yeah.
Did you?
I did.
Okay.
I didn't see it. I heard it.
That's what I mean.
Okay. Keep going. Cinematography. Who won cinematography? All's Quiet. All's Quiet won
Nice.
cinematography. Yep.
Nice.
Go down.
I should probably mark that.
Black Panther won best costume. I don't know why. I liked kind of Black Panther too, but did I talk about it? I talked
Yeah.
about it. Okay, yeah. Like I liked it, but it didn't win anything.
Here, keep going. over
Best
these.
directing.
I gotta pee real quick.
Everything all at once. Yeah, no,
No, we don't care about that.
no.
Film editing.
Film
Same thing that
editor.
won.
Yeah, that editor. Oh, actually,
Top Gun
I'll wait-
Maverick was
I'll
up
wait for
for
that.
it too.
Top Gun Maverick was up for best film too. I think. I think Top Gun Maverick was in a lot of these. Best international film was All's Quiet.
Wait, it's a film or a movie? All's Quiet.
What are you talking?
I'm sorry, a film or a series?
It's a film.
Damn. Okay. I didn't know
Yeah, it's a film, dog. Music is, I think, what's music?
All's Quiet.
All's Quiet.
I don't know what that's about.
Yeah, I don't know what that is either.
Best Picture.
Best
everything?
Picture, Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. They won. I think Top Gun Maverick got nominated. Yep.
Right here.
Production design, All's Quiet.
Wait. Yeah. Wow.
Sound
Top
was
Gun
Top
Maverick.
Gun Maverick won an
I would
award.
agree with that.
That's good.
I mean that the Jets.
Visual effects was Avatar, I guess.
How do you feel about that?
I mean, I didn't see Avatar, but I don't know. Like, I doubt it deserves it.
So the
honestly.
Batman came. Did the Batman really come out?
Batman got nominated. Yeah,
I
a bunch
mean-
of stuff. Writing, best adapted screenplay, I guess, was fucking this woman talking. I don't know. I didn't see it. Best writing, original screenplay was also winner. Everything, everywhere, all at once.
Yep, and that's it.
So
They crushed it.
they fucking crushed it, man, and
Yeah.
they deserve it. They really did. That movie blew my mind. It really fucking surprised me. So yeah, they deserved it. How many fucking awards they got?
Who is that? Everything.
Yeah,
Yeah. That's a sick hat, by the way.
they just
Yeah, that's an authentic boy.
It's tight.
You know, it's interesting. The editor. So I watched a thing. This one editor was talking about the winner, the Oscar winner, of this, which was the editor for Everything All at Once, Everywhere All at Once. He was talking about how he met the guy. He met that editor before, and like, you know, got to meet him and talk to him and everything. And he actually saw he like put up his timeline, his edit of the film, right? Because that's like a thing a lot of editors do.
Okay.
Like, it's like a flex.
What do you mean by that?
It's like a flex in that world.
Timeline and how long it took him to edit the movie.
No, like you show your
Storyboard.
you show your work, you know, and if it looks like how do I explain it on here? Like it's like all the different tracks.
Okay.
Oh, like his actual screen of editing.
His screen of the entire movie, and I like look it up. It's hard to explain to someone that doesn't edit stuff.
Okay.
What
would you
look
call
up?
it?
I don't know. Like look up like type in Everywhere All at Once edit timeline. Maybe it'll pop up somewhere. And then type images.
The first hit though was Reveals Films.
Oh yeah, go hit that.
Which this one?
Yep.
Alternate endings. That's not what we're looking for.
Oh no, go back. Art of the Cut. Let's see.
Where did he share it? Like, what social media platform?
I'm just trying to give you an example of what I mean, because it's not going to help you with this guy talking.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know what.
Like a movie.
Do you mean like his actual, like his premiere program? And it was like, looked like this? Like, where he shows like everything on there?
Yeah, it would look like that.
Yeah. So like, I could brought a.
Kind of like.
So
what the
look up professional. Type in professional editing timelines. Try that. Professional editing timelines. Yeah. So like that right there, like that.
Okay.
That is like like in that world, like people will post their edits on something, and it'll look like that, and that's like a flex because it shows you all the like
the work they did.
all the work.
Like
and
our
everything.
podcast is like 2 of those.
Yeah,
Is
it's
it-
like
what do you
2
mean,
tracks.
2
Like those
tracks?
are all
Yeah.
different tracks, right?
Mhm.
So each line is like a track, and there's different stuff going on. Whether it's like visual effects, text that's going over the screen, the actual footage,
That looks like
all
a
different
nightmare.
things. So this editor was talking about how the editor for Everywhere posted his, and he was talking about the editor's like, oh, I'm sorry, it's messy. He's like, it's messy. He's like, that's just kind of how I work, and it was like super messy. Like a lot of people will post this stuff and it's like real clean, like it doesn't look like it, but like everything's real organized on it and everything like
Labeled
that,
and shit.
Yeah.
and just like real fluent, and or like his was real kind of chaotic, and the guy was talking about how like he respected that because like that's his style too, and like it's because I'm like saying it's like a flex to show your timeline, and like how clean it is and everything like that, but
Yeah.
it's more creative actually if like if it's messy.
Yeah.
It's most likely going to be more creative.
If it still works, it still has to work.
Well, yeah, exactly. But you don't gotta worry. He's saying like don't worry about it like looking like normal.
Yeah,
you don't need to worry about your shit look in anything.
Yeah, I struggle with that in like music production.
Sure.
Like, I freak out about it, and then I'm like, oh my god! I look at all these people online, and like when they're showing tutorials of like how they got certain sounds, like all their editing is like super clean and labeled and color coordinated. And I always like try to do it, and I just never. It's just not how.
This
I
guy's
work.
saying you don't need to, like don't.
No.
You don't need to stress out about that.
Yeah, if you
As long as you're
not,
you're doing what like
Yeah.
Enzo says, if it works.
Yeah, like obviously he made a really fucking good movie.
Right.
So
Yeah.
arguably that's the best way to do
Right.
it if he won the film of the year.
he probably didn't have time to like color coordinate all of his different scenes or all of his all that shit. Like he
Right.
probably had to do like After Effects and like color coordinate that block. Like that just takes too much time. If you know what you're looking at, you know what you're looking
Yeah.
at. But I mean, there is pros and cons to both. I think you have to find the nice. It's all about workflow when you do shit like this.
Well, it's
Like,
all about you.
Yeah, it's like your workflow.
Yeah.
Like what's gonna make it so you can get through this? Because that
Yeah.
shit's so tedious.
Yeah, like my mind would never do this.
This job.
No.
I would no, I just never. My shit would never be neat, just because like that's not how my mind works.
Mine
you
wouldn't
know?
either.
But for someone whose mind does work like that, then it's probably a good idea to
Yeah.
mimic a nice.
From the get go too. Like when
Yeah.
you start, like you should get into good habits.
It's just like with anything.
Didn't I give you some Zevias over there?
I just got one right here.
Okay.
I got 2 of them.
You looked like you were shaking your drink at me.
No, I don't know why I did that.
Hold on, I want to talk about another movie I watched with the kids, and I don't know if I talked about it on here or not. I couldn't remember if I talked about it on here before.
Well, let's talk about it.
We watched the Chip and Dale movie, Rescue Rangers. Do you guys remember Chippendale Rescue Rangers?
Yeah.
No.
Don't remember? Chippendale Rescue
I don't know, I
Rangers.
never saw it.
Chippendale.
I remember Chippendale.
Okay, so they made a movie. All right, and it's fucking awesome. It's fucking awesome movie. It's like I compare it to Roger Rabbit.
Oh, it's a live action.
It's very Roger Rabbit-esque. Okay, and I think it's right there with Roger Rabbit. Yeah, it's about 30 years after Chip and Dale, the TV show ended, right? And so it goes into that. It goes into how they met, right? And in this world, like cartoons live amongst people, right? And what's going on here? What's popping?
It's okay.
Okay. So, yeah, so it shows how the two chipmunks met when they were little and then how they wanted to create something. And, like, it shows them, like, kind of growing up. And then it shows them getting their own show. Yep, this is popping pretty hard.
All right, Chippendale.
Okay, so Chippendale takes place 30 years after the original series ended. It shows them doing the original series. And then something happens where one of them wants to go solo, right? The goofy one wants to go. I forgot. I think it's Dale. Chip.
Yeah.
You just watched it.
Yeah. But they want to go solo, and so it breaks them apart, right? It breaks them apart, and then the show gets canceled, and they kind of go off and do their own thing, and then it fast forward 30 years, and like, look, go to the voices real quick. I want to get the names right here.
The voices. Okay.
Yeah, go back. Because they don't use their original voices from like the original cartoon, which were like chipmunk sounds, right? Like it actually shows how they developed those voices for the show.
Okay.
Because the original voices is John Maloney does Chip, and Andy Samberg does Dale. Okay, you guys, you know who John Maloney is?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So it's really interesting that those guys are doing their voices. But anyways, Chip is like the more serious one. He becomes just like a tax person or some shit like that. And then Dale becomes the goofy one, becomes like he's like a has-been where he goes to like conventions and like tries to sign autographs and stuff. And then what happens is someone out there starts making like these people they know, all these cartoons they know start getting kidnapped, right? And they find out one of their friends. Remember the guy with the on the show Chip and Dale, the guy that would like freak out when he smelled cheese?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so he gets kidnapped. Well, first they have this whole funny interaction where he goes over there and they're like, how's the cheese thing going? You know?
Yeah.
And it's like a rehab thing.
Yeah.
You know? And all of a sudden this cheese smell comes in and like hits him and he's like, I'm sorry. He's like, I'm sorry, Dale. He's like, this is so good. You know, he's like relapsed, you know? Like, but anyways, he gets kidnapped and you find out that someone's out there making these like bootleg cartoon movies, right? And they're taking all these characters and like warping them with like this machine and making like bootleg copies of like Aladdin, but it's got like other characters in it and shit. I don't know. It's really good fucking movie, man. And it just has so many Easter eggs in it and so many like appearances from all these shows you grew up watching and know, you know, like everybody makes an appearance. There's South Park characters in it, and it's just really good. And like, so Dale, the goofy one, he gets when it fast forward into present day, he's had surgery. He had 3D surgery.
Oh, like he's like
so that's why
plastic surgery.
Yeah, so he's had plastic surgery, which is why he's like
3D
he's
and the other
3D.
one isn't.
Yeah, and the other one's not. You know,
That's funny.
just really good, like good writing, good comedy writing, fucking, just a good movie, man. Like I like, you don't need kids to watch this movie and have fun with it. Like it's a kids movie, but you don't need to have kids to have fun with this movie.
Did Chip and Dale No, they're not the same as the rescuers.
No,
right?
that's the rest. No, they're not the same as
But
the
it's
rescuers.
still a rodent.
Rescue Rangers.
No, the rescuers down under and shit.
Yeah, what are those? Are they rats though?
I think something like that.
Okay.
Let's find out.
But yeah, dude, it's just it's fucking good. There's so many characters.
John Mulaney,
Just like-
Will Arnett. Who else was in it?
Will Arnett plays
Sandler.
fucking Peter Pan,
Oh, look, Rescue Rangers.
but he's all like Peter Pan's all fucking. He's like old now and shit.
Who Peter Pan
Yeah, he's like balding and like old and shit. He's like a dirtbag.
is?
Fucking who else is in it? I don't think there's like puppets and stuff in it. There's just so
Eric
many.
Bana?
They have like the ugly Sonic. Like you remember when the Sonic movie first came out, like the
Oh,
design of
yeah.
Sonic was
Yeah.
horrible and they went and they redid it.
Yeah.
So like the ugly Sonic's in it and that's what he's called. He's called Ugly Sonic.
That's funny.
He's at the convention with Dale.
Oh, because he didn't
has-beens.
make the movie.
Yeah, you know. It's just a ton of funny shit. Like they have like they go into a cheese place and like they're trying to find some place with this like this cheese place where that guy gets his cheese. It like if you say the secret word, like he like it's kind of like a black marketplace in like the back.
You can get
You
the
know?
good cheese.
Or anything else, know.
Okay.
But he's like, when they go in there, they're like looking for clues and shit. And he's like, well, what do you need? He's like, I got cheese with the best smell lines ever. Like the lines that come across for stinky cheese. I don't know. Like, watch it when you're bored one day or some shit. Just plop this movie on. You'll have fun with it.
Sounds funny.
I don't have Disney Plus.
Is it on Disney Plus?
Yeah.
Oh, you don't have that?
No.
Okay.
Can't justify it.
Right on.
There's no reason.
Understandable. Completely understandable.
I mean,
But if you have Disney Plus, watch it.
how many times am I going to watch Hamilton?
0 is the correct answer.
I love Hamilton.
Never even seen it.
I've never seen it either.
Don't plan on it.
It's
I'm
pretty good.
not gonna ever watch it.
It's good though. The music is
You like
top
it?
notch.
That's good.
Trying to see if I have anything else for pop culture. That might be it. Yeah, we did talk about The Last of Us. Did you watch any episodes or anything?
I saw the one right before the lesbian kiss. And that
Okay.
was it.
You won't go back in now, will you?
I just don't have any interest. But I know
Right
that
on.
because the thing is, I know what happens at the end and what's going to happen in the next game.
Okay, so how the so it's already season finale.
Yeah.
They already had that, right? Last episode,
Yeah.
season finale. How it ended was Ellie, they get to the hospital, the firefighters' hospital, and Joel finds out that they gotta kill Ellie.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so he goes fucking
Nuts and kills everybody.
Yeah. And it's pretty fucking cool.
In the
Like,
game, it's fucking awesome. I'm sure it's
good,
awesome in the show.
are you playing him
Yes.
killing everybody?
Yes.
That's what I figured.
You're
Like,
playing him just going
And
fucking ham.
I
dude.
imagine I haven't seen anything on it yet, but I imagine just because based off of what people have been showing, comparing the game and everything, I imagine there's certain shots like actual of him killing people that are probably straight from the game. You know
Oh,
what I'm
sure,
saying?
yeah.
Like how he
Yeah.
kills somebody in that scene.
Yeah.
But yeah, he goes fucking. Dude, he even shoots the fucking doctor. In the
Yeah, he
fucking
kills
head
that-
and shit, dude.
Yeah.
And so then he saves Ellie, drives off, tells her. She wakes up from the drugs because she didn't know that she was gonna die.
Did you do like this scene right here?
So
Hold on. This guy's like got his.
yes, but it was in a stairway.
Okay.
I don't. Maybe he's leading him to the stairway. No.
Hold on. When does it happen? I think it happens right here.
There's two guys on him.
And he just
No.
fucking kills the guy, dude.
He does. He shoots him in the nuts.
Yeah.
Right there. He does. Okay, so he does shoot the guy. It's not like this.
Yeah.
But he does shoot the guy in the nuts.
Okay. Yeah, the game's like, man.
Doesn't he zip tie his nuts?
Zip tie his nuts. No, he shoots them.
Okay.
Yeah, he kills everybody. Okay, so yeah, you're playing as him. Yeah. So, anyways, gets her, saves her, is driving. She wakes up. She asks what happened. He tells her that they couldn't do anything about it. They that in fact there's other people like her, and they realize that they're never going to be able to make a cure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then it shows them going back to that commune place that his brother's at.
Yeah.
And like they're like walking back, and she stops them, and she's like, "Hey, I want you,
swear to me.
Swear to me."
Yeah.
So that's how it ends.
Where he says,
she goes, "Swear to me," and he goes, "I swear."
Yeah.
And she
exactly.
goes, "Okay."
That's how the game ends too.
That's how the game ends.
That's how the game ends. It's like legit, but it's like in the game, dude. When it ends, you're like, "Holy fuck!" Like we can watch that ending if you want to see it.
That is the ending of the game?
Yeah. Like,
oh wow. See, I thought maybe they were gonna go into the other half of the game or something.
No, it's because the series skipped a lot of the parts of the story. Like, did they do the part where
Well,
Ellie
they had
is
to
like,
because they had to, they had to show us Bill and Fred.
Exactly. Did they do the part where Ellie like almost gets raped by that guy? And she ends up killing him?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, the guy that eats people.
Yeah, that part.
Yeah, we talked about how like the Rainn Wilson from The Office, he tweeted about how there's a bias against Christianity in Hollywood because when he was watching it, he said as soon as that guy pulled out a Bible, he was like, "Oh, that's going to be the bad guy. That's what they're going to do."
Yeah, of course. So,
Hold on, is Dwight based?
Yeah.
I'm not sure, man. I
Yeah.
don't know.
I think he is.
Hey, wait.
So we're watching the game ending right now.
Back in Boston? Back when I was bitten?
Okay, yeah, this is all.
I wasn't alone.
Fast forward. We can't watch like
Too.
8 minutes
I
of
want to see
something.
the end. Hold on.
So. Minds to
For a long time. Now, I know that's not what you want to hear.
She would swear to me here.
Swear to me. Swear to me that everything that you said about the Fireflies is true.
I swear.
Okay.
And that's how that shit ends, huh? Okay. I hate it.
Dude, the game was
I
way
hate
better,
it.
though.
I hate that it ends like that.
Why?
I don't know. Just
So what happens is like
felt like I went nowhere.
they
That's what it felt like. It felt like I went nowhere.
Yeah, because in the game they talk a lot about like parts where it's like really what is the point in
You know this game is woke as shit, right?
the second one especially.
Yeah, but
First one, I don't think it was as much, but they talk about how at the end it's like, is the remaining people, are they worth saving even? You know, like Joel has that like conflict where he's like, okay, if I give up Ellie and
Yeah.
they make a vaccine, it's like, is it worth continuing on in this fucking hellscape that we've created to like try and restart everything? And so at the end, it's like he's kind of like fighting it, and then he's just like, fuck it, I don't care. Like, I'm going to save her. You know, I don't care if this is the world that we have to live in.
yeah, I took it as like, he didn't want to lose another daughter. He refused. He couldn't let that happen again. He couldn't.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Nothing else mattered other
To
than the
him.
fact of like he was not going to lose another daughter.
Yeah.
Like he fucked up the first time.
So he
Or
wasn't, he
at
wasn't
least
going to
he
do
thinks
that
he
again.
fucked up the first time,
Yeah.
Not that he did, but
No.
and he wasn't going to do it again, which is when why he lies to her, because it's like that firefly lady told him, you have a she might. He's like, it's not your choice to make, and he's like, it's not yours either.
Yeah.
It's actually her choice to make. And I think that he was like, oh shit, she might actually sacrifice herself for everybody.
Yeah,
and like you're saying, like fuck it, like to Joel, like none of these people are worth
like
me losing another daughter for, and she might make that choice, so that's why I'm gonna lie to her.
Yeah, and I think also like I just did not like her, whatever her name is. Bella Ramsey, is that her name?
Yeah, I don't either.
I do not like her, and I just couldn't get into that.
Her.
What's up?
I didn't mind her.
Yeah, I don't know what it was.
There was
about her.
points when I did like her, but then she would just take me out like
she's 14, right?
I didn't like the.
She's 20.
I didn't like the
the
mall
show.
episode.
Yeah.
Because she was in it a lot. I didn't like.
Yeah.
I didn't like her in the beginning.
I need a towel or something.
So Joel dies. Is gonna die. So I'm wondering what they're gonna do. So that
you want
means...
me to tell you what happens? It's terrible, dude.
Yeah, go ahead.
You really want me to tell you?
Well, yeah. Don't spoil. Did you play the second one?
No, I refused to play it after I found out what happened.
So we were talking about all this before you came, but
Yeah.
I guess apparently when that game came out, people were stoked because the way they advertised it was that Joel was
a main character.
He
was on the
in
cover.
Yeah, exactly. And then what happens? Just tell me.
So you want me to give
I don't
you
want
the
I don't want the plot of the second one.
He gets
given
beaten
away.
to death by a girl that's transitioning into a guy.
Oh jeez.
And it's like a really like
a girl
shitty
kills him?
Yeah, a girl transitioning into a boy in the game who's like all like jacked up and shit like that, like beats him to death, I think with like a club or a golf club, and it's like a really just like the fans were like, this is just like a disrespectful shitty thing. It like came out of nowhere, and then it was like
that is disrespectful.
And then the ending of the second one, the ending of that one I've read is even worse, to be honest with you.
Okay. So the podcast I listen to, which is like a based pop culture podcast, they were shitting on the game.
Yeah.
Okay. They were shitting on the second game. So that's where I got all my knowledge from it. And they said that the guy that wrote the main creator of The Last of Us, for the first one, he had a team of people that he worked with writing that game. And then for the second game, it was just him on his own, which is why they're
different.
like, it just went fucking full blown woke.
Yeah. I mean, that's when I just was like, fuck this. Like, you can see Ellie, she's older, you know?
Yeah, she's like older, right? Yeah. Wow. So a girl, they not only do they just like let him get beat to death, but they do it with a woman
Transitioning into a man.
Transitioning?
Like a trans...
Why would people be...
trans male.
Yeah.
Do you think at this point in societal collapse, that people would still be like having gender confusion?
No.
Like, you think
that
they
revert back?
Oh, they would 100% be going...
You wouldn't have time to worry. You wouldn't have time to worry about what gender you feel like.
No.
You know, that's
and
a
you'd
product
be thinking
of,
about repopulating.
That's a product of like Joe Rogan and all those people said, you know, like Rome and everything. Like like a society that's like basically got everything you
Decaying
need.
And shit.
Well, just it's like you got.
They're
so
problems.
privileged.
Yeah.
We're so privileged that we have time to worry about
like our gender,
dumb shit.
what gender we feel like. You know, like.
Opposed to like worrying about food and like reproduction and building the clan
and these fucking mushroom fucking zombies coming after you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's
I
the
completely agree
girl
with it.
that you play as. She's like transitioning. She's like all super muscular and
the bottom one.
Yeah, so that's the other thing. After she kills him, you have to play as her for the rest of the game, parts of it.
Wait, you play as
Then
this
they
bitch?
make you play as her. Yes.
Why does she kill him? Are you a good guy?
She kills him because something to do. It's like something that happened with Tommy, I think.
His brother?
Sure. Yeah, and it's like a misunderstanding, and her dad gets killed or something, and so she just like she basically like offers to help Joel and what's her face.
She's like, "Do you guys have any hormones?"
Yeah.
Oh God!
I'm looking for those T-stacks, baby.
I know we're dealing with a zombie apocalypse
That
from
is-
mushroom people, but do you have any T-stacks?
I could see how like fans would have been felt really that's really disrespectful.
Oh yeah,
of
dude.
like this character they fell in love with. You're playing as this like hardened badass fucking dude for a whole game that like is game of the year, you know, and
Yep. And it was like
And
everyone was so fucking psyched up for the second one, dude. And then
a lot of people shit on it. A lot of
Yeah,
people shit.
I'm trying to
on-
find the
He
reviews.
gets
like,
beaten to death by her prosthetic dick.
yeah, like it was just like what the fuck.
As soon as they put this
He's like,
thing on,
it's ma'am.
Yeah, like,
It's ma'am. He called her the wrong. Why'd she do it? Oh, he called her the
called
wrong
her.
pronoun.
Yeah, he dead named. He dead named. I can't even find the Steam reviews. Like if you go to I have Steam on the computer, and it's like I forget. This wasn't even on the computer at the time, but if you looked at the reviews, it was all like, "This is bullshit." Like, what a way to treat a classic character that everyone was like loving, and he's on the cover, and he's only like in the first, 20 minutes or 30 minutes of the game, and then after that, you have to actually play as the person who killed him. It was just like, why?
Ma'am.
Oh God.
It's ma'am. It is ma'am.
Oh God. That's funny.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That like disappointed me. You
I know.
told me that.
Me too.
Oh yeah, this series is just gonna get worse.
Yeah. That's why I was like, I'm not even gonna play the second one because it's just like dead
Did
to
they
me.
did they do the whole like was she gay in the first one?
So, in the first one, no. There was like the first one, and then they put out like an expansion, like
Okay.
and then in the expansion, there was like a storyline in which her and a little like younger black girl like end up kissing.
Okay.
Oh, that's in the show.
Yeah,
But
so
in the
they
show
just
she's older.
Yeah, they just
She's like
took
17.
Right. They just took that and then they put that like into the first like game.
Yeah.
Even though it's not.
Now tell me, what demographic do you think this game is aimed towards? Like the original game.
I mean, you mean like gamers, single men, or
What
white men,
age?
or anybody who plays games. Probably between like 17, 18, and like your 30s, I guess.
Okay.
I mean your 20s, because it's rated M for mature.
If you had to guess though, which demographic do you think would be the highest, age wise? Like
in your 20s. When I bought it in 2013, that's when it came out, and
okay,
I was
so like in your 20s,
Yeah.
probably men,
Yes.
male 20s.
Yes.
in the 20s, exactly. So that's what we were talking about. How like it felt really weird to us that we had to see this romance between a 13-year-old and a 17-year-old,
Yeah.
and them kissing and shit like that, because like we felt weird watching that,
Yeah.
like when I watched Cobra Kai, and I know I'm repeating last episode, but when I watched Cobra Kai, it doesn't feel like that, because I know I don't feel weird watching those teenagers kiss, because I know that show
Yeah.
is aimed towards
Okay.
teenagers.
Yeah, okay.
It's aimed towards middle schoolers and high schoolers and shit like that.
Yeah.
And yes,
I still don't like watching it. It's still kind of like
for
depends
sure.
how-
Yeah, it's unneeded. I
Yeah,
mean, it's all
it's
unneeded.
unneeded.
Especially when I'm like trying to watch it with my daughter and everything. I always
For
gotta
real.
be like, "Wah," make jokes about what's happening. But
Yeah.
I'm just saying it doesn't put me off, because I'm thinking like, oh man, like this show really isn't for me, even though like kind of is, because I'm a fan of Karate Kid. and
Yeah.
everything. But just the way the show's set up, like they're trying to bring in a new generation,
Yes.
right? Where this show is based off a game that I feel, and I could be wrong,
Made
so
for
could you?
adults.
Feel it's made for adults,
100%.
mainly men.
Yes. It's
in
way
their,
too
in
gory.
their 20s and 30s. Therefore, the show should be appealing towards adults. Why do we as adults want to see?
Yes. And not only
Because
that,
those guys that play this game, no offense,
bro,
but
it was
a lot
game of the
those,
year, man.
A lot
It
of
was,
those guys that are,
Gotta check the hard drives.
you think so?
oh yeah.
What do you mean? You
check
think
the
most
hard
of-
drive?
No, that's wrong.
What do you
That's
mean?
wrong.
What do you mean by that?
I mean, yeah, they're out there.
I don't know, man.
What do you mean by that?
He's calling you a pedo.
I'm not calling you,
But gamers?
I think so.
The first game didn't have that shit though. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. This story, season 1 or whatever, like isn't supposed to have those scenes in it. They like cut out a bunch of parts of the game, like the part where Joel is. Did they show like when he's fighting these guys and he falls back and he lands on this like
Yeah,
piece
he gets
of steel
stabbed.
rod?
No, he gets stabbed with a baseball bat.
Yeah,
like
okay.
a broken baseball bat.
And it stabs him, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's got to hide him and stuff.
Okay, yeah, and then it's like she hides him in the cabin and like nurses him back to health, and
Yeah.
then she shoots the deer and stuff like that. Did
Yeah.
they show that? Yeah, like the game of the first one,
that
is-
episode's pretty good, actually.
Yeah, it's a pretty good episode.
you know, but they just
That's the
added
Christian
all that
bad.
weird shit afterwards.
Yeah. Well, I know.
I mean,
I'm
for it
just
to win
saying
game
that.
of the year. That means
I don't know. Like, what's that one gamer guy that Destiny?
Destiny. He's weird, bro.
Yeah, like he always like. I mean, he's known for like backing
Get
like-
the fuck out of here, seriously.
pedophiles or saying some shit like that. He said some shit
What's his
about
real name?
pedophiles.
I don't know who this is.
Destiny?
Destiny.
Yeah.
He's like on arguing against Andrew Tate and shit. Blue hair guy.
I think you know who he is. He's been on Tim Pool and
Not this guy. What the fuck?
I don't know any of those people.
No, it's
They look pretty liberal though.
yeah,
he
they're
is
super.
liberal.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That whole group of people is just like super liberal.
I would say it's like 50-50 in
Oh,
the
I
gamer
don't think
world.
so.
this guy right here.
I think it's 50-50.
I think
I really do.
See what he said. See like
lot of people-
controversial
Conservatives,
things about,
love video
pedophilia.
games.
a lot of
Probably the people you see, the
Yeah.
people you see speaking on the shit, taking their time to talk about the video games they play, those are all liberal. You know what I'm saying? Your non-liberal game player doesn't have time to play the video game and then make a fucking,
channel.
make a channel dedicated to talking about the video game because they're like playing the video game and then going and like working
Hooking
on
up with the
working
girl.
on a fucking oil rig for fucking 6 months. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like they don't got time for it.
But
there
I'm saying
are a
the
lot of
ones
weirdos
or
out
cleaning
there.
their guns, right? You
Yeah.
know, like oh, instead
There are
of
a lot
making
of
a
weirdos out there, but I just think that the country's split.
YouTube channel, I'm
No.
gonna clean my gun.
But I think like more like what's it called? What does Nick Fuentes even call himself? Like
Groyper? What do they call it?
where he doesn't like get pussy and shit.
Incel.
Incel.
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
a lot of incels live in that online
Yeah.
game.
Well, it's
yeah,
always been that way,
course.
right?
Yeah. And I think-
Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah,
Of course.
And I think within that group of people, you check those hard drives. Those hard
No, I
drives
get
are
what
gonna
you're
be
saying,
rough.
but
Bro,
I feel like
oh, you
gaming's
think
different. I feel
incels
like
mean that they turn into pedos.
I
don't
feel
think
like
so.
video gaming's different though.
No,
man.
not always. No.
I feel like video
I think
game
people
world
that
is-
become pedos
is
are
different.
people that were abused themselves.
Or they're just indoctrinated into like liking things that little kids like, and then they just like video games and Pokemon and like
Well,
having
he's like explaining. He's
and
like
having
Pokemon.
dolls.
he's like hitting. He's like talking about me right now.
He's like,
You
they
know?
like superheroes and
like dressing up like
Opposed to like
superheroes.
skateboarding, like like I don't know, like
I mean, there's an
Yeah.
element, sure, of some of
Yeah.
that like weird shit,
Not
like
hugging
that
a
anime
Pikachu
shit.
doll. Yeah.
There's
I'm
an
not
element of that
saying
weird
you.
shit, like, but I don't think any more than, I guess, like if you think of Comic Con, like the people that go to Comic Con,
I bet you it's
there's a lot of people,
heavily liberal.
yeah,
Heavily.
yeah.
like skateboarding.
Sure.
Skateboarding
heavily
liberal?
liberal.
Are people in skateboarding liberal now?
Yes.
I'd say
Fuck
it's,
outta
it's
here, man.
probably split.
Oh,
but,
like gaming.
the loud ones are liberal.
Yeah,
Like gaming.
kinda,
No,
yeah.
I don't know.
Depends what games
Yeah,
you play, by the
yeah.
way. I mean, you're playing Apex, you're gonna run into a different group of people. I was playing. I'm sure Hogwarts Legacy had a lot of different types of people playing that game. You know.
Well, probably all based on that game.
You think so?
Yeah.
What do you mean? There was trans people in the game.
Oh, there was.
Yeah,
Well, they had to.
they had to. Yeah.
They like had to.
Every teacher is like,
As soon as like the game was announced, like
Yeah.
they got the Alphabet Mafia came after them, and they're like, all right, we better add. I hear it's like pretty like over the top too.
Yeah, it is kind of.
You guys are all pedophiles.
There's like
Okay.
you game more than me, bro.
Apex, bro.
You game more than me.
Yeah, I game a lot, but I mean,
check these hard drives.
Check those hard drives.
Check that Google search. That's all you gotta do.
Chloe Grace Moretz.
And kick ass.
Don't let me in or whatever.
Yeah, let the right one in.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me in. This is the American one.
Yeah.
It depends what games you play.
So you played Hogwarts, huh?
I did, yeah. I beat it.
Okay, how did you feel about it?
Okay, so in the beginning of the game, I'm gonna put on some gameplay while I talk.
Don't spoil anything.
No, in the beginning of the game though, I was like, dude, this game's gonna win fucking Game of the Year. It's awesome. It looks amazing. It's like Skyrim but better.
Right.
The environment is huge. Like you get to do all this cool shit, like fly. The dueling is pretty cool. The combat's fun, and then there's a lot of like little Easter eggs. And so I don't know. I really liked it.
It's open world, right?
It's open world.
So you can choose your own
Go
destiny.
wherever you want to do. Yeah, I ended up making like a dark wizard. But what I didn't like is it just ended too quickly for my taste. Like I played it 79 hours, and I was like expecting it to go year 5, 6, or yeah, because you start as a 5th year. So I was like, okay, 5, 6, 7, and then it just like ended up being that 5th year, and that was it. And I was like, oh, okay.
Okay, but hold on. Like I felt like Skyrim. I felt like the story of Skyrim was like super fast, but
the side quests.
Then I started having way more fun with Skyrim after I beat the story.
I agree. It's cool. Then side quests are fun and doing.
But is there a lot more to do in the game still?
Yeah, there's stuff to do. I'm only 66% complete, but I've finished the main story.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So.
And they haven't even introduced like online play with this yet.
No, I think there's gonna be more because also in the game,
I think they're gonna do Quidditch.
Quidditch,
shit, bro.
exactly.
Yeah.
In the beginning of the game, they make a big they mention it multiple times. Like,
you don't play Quidditch.
It's canceled that year, right?
Canceled.
The head. Well, they said
someone got injured.
Yeah, I guess it was just gonna take too long for them to incorporate it into the game, like the mechanics of it.
But they have
so they made it so that the headmaster of that time, he bans it, right?
Yeah, he bans it.
He cancels it for the year.
Oh, so they'll do an update, and then
that's what I think because they bring it up and like.
They probably already
I bet all the expansions, because that was another thing about you gotta remember. I played Skyrim like real late. I played it for Switch. Okay, when I bought a Switch.
Yeah.
I bought the Switch Skyrim, so that was like fucking like I don't know 8 years later or some shit like that. 7 years later after it came out.
It's still a good game.
So they had all these expansions with it.
Yeah.
Right? And I downloaded, after I beat the main quest, I downloaded like 2 of the expansions for it, and it was like, oh, this is cool. Like, this is a whole new, another part, like another game.
Yep.
You know?
A lot of new quests and stuff like that.
Yeah, and so I figured there's probably gonna be some really awesome expansions.
I hope so. I think so too, because like I said, it was only the 5th year.
Yeah.
And that was it. I'm like, oh, dude, this is fucking awesome. Like, he's gonna go into his 6th and 7th year because I was becoming like a powerful dark wizard.
If they were smart, that's just what they would do. Is they would just be like, okay, here's year 6 for $40.
They do it like Grand Theft Auto, like how they just keep like expanding it and updating it.
So yeah, it was good though. I mean, it still could potentially win.
Can't you
Game
just
of the
start
Year.
a new character too and play a
different
completely
house?
different game? Yeah,
I could do that. I could start like a new character from a different
Where
house.
are you, Slytherin?
I started a Slytherin, yeah.
Yeah. Getting that Ravenclaw.
Pussy?
Is it Hufflepuffs that are?
Wait, did you say am I getting that Ravenclaw pussy?
No, I said.
Are you? What did you say?
See?
Damn,
see what I'm talking about? Hey.
Damn, you over here proving Jim right and shit.
What did you
Damn,
say?
dude.
I didn't hear what you said.
How old are these?
He's like, yeah, I'm getting that Ravenclaw. Yeah, I'm getting that Ravenclaw pussy.
What did you say though?
I get it. I get that Hufflepuff shit too.
Oh my god, what is this? Hufflepuff.
Check them hard drives. So wait, what did you say though?
I said you would start as like a Ravenclaw.
No, I mean, I always.
He's like, no, yeah, I get that Ravenclaw pussy. I ain't a bitch.
No, I mean, I when I take the quiz, I get Hufflepuff, but that's no, I don't think so, dude. Slytherin, bro.
So you take a quiz and like it's like a personality type,
Yeah, it's like a little personality type, like the sorting.
and then
they're like, you get your. They either say like, this is what you
and
get.
you're like, you feel like you should be bad, like in Slytherin.
No,
but they're like, nah, you're in Hufflepuff.
You a Hufflepuff. No, but I've taken the quiz before. Like they have an official quiz, and I've gotten Slytherin before. And then this time I took it and I got Hufflepuff, and I was like, what the fuck?
You were pissed.
I was fucking pissed.
Is Hufflepuff soft?
It's a chick, but the things that I picked
The
were
chick?
like, okay, this
What
is
do you mean
why
it's a chick?
Helga Hufflepuff.
Oh,
and then
okay.
Rowena Ravenclaw, and they don't really mention the two of them in the book that much. Like they're mentioned, but the books really only talk about Godric Gryffindor and Salazar Slytherin. Like they're the main guys, and so that's why
I think Hufflepuffs are like kind of like plant people.
Yeah.
Like
Exactly.
they're all about,
Botanists?
Yeah,
like
botanists. They like
and,
talk to
potions,
animals.
like do potions.
That's why I got Hufflepuff.
And
'cause I said talk to animals.
Ravenclaws isn't Ravenclaw kind of like elitist?
Yeah, like they're like really like witty,
like snobby.
Yeah.
So what's Slytherin?
Ambition for power.
Yeah, Slytherin's
And
like
and Gryffindor's like bravery.
Oh.
Yeah. So okay.
I'd probably be Hufflepuff.
I mean, I put talk to animals. That's like one of the questions they ask you, like what.
But
would
you
be
were
your
thinking
power?
parcel tongue.
I was,
weren't you?
But I was also thinking like I would want to talk to like animals. Like that, the other powers they gave, I didn't think they were that cool.
So Slytherins can talk to animals?
Only
No.
one
Just
Slytherin
snakes.
can. Only
Salazar
Salazar
and Voldemort.
Yeah, so only they can talk to,
And
but not
Harry.
every Slytherin.
Just snakes?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh.
It's like a rare thing.
it's like really rare thing. But I guess
I
Hufflepuff,
remember
I don't know,
that
they must
from the
fucking have
movies a little bit.
some connection.
Yeah, so on that note, on the Hogwarts thing, I'm waiting for it to come out on Switch, right?
Okay.
Which like I'm excited for, but I also hate at the same time, because I don't know, I just really like gaming on the Switch. I like being able to go in my living room and to my bed, and but Skyrim looked fine to me.
Okay.
Like when I played Skyrim, I had a great time on Skyrim on the Switch, and but I'm nervous. I am a little nervous about Harry Potter because what is it? Sessions just came out on Switch.
The snowboard game?
The skateboard game,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
And the comparison is horrible. Like when you look at it on a system compared to Switch, it's like horrible.
Yeah, but it's kind of a realism game, so Harry Potter won't be like that. Harry Potter will be a fantasy feel, so
It's all about like
But it's really bad
the
though.
power
I'm
of the
sure it
consoles.
is.
It's like really bad looking to me. Like it looks fun. Like I might buy this game once it goes on sale.
like this right here.
Yeah.
it doesn't look that bad.
It's
The comparison though.
probably
Yeah,
like
I
the
have
level of the
sessions,
last
you know.
generation. You know.
This game's hard.
Don't you have you have
I have both.
you have both?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're both hard.
Skater XL was supposed to come out on this
On Switch,
and it just never did.
it's super hard.
The problem is Switch doesn't have like
So here's the thing, though: it doesn't come out until fucking July,
Yeah.
June. No, July.
Yep.
Okay, so it doesn't come out till July, and I'm hoping though, and they're saying the reason that it's taking so long is because they want it to be the best it can be for the Switch, and it's just going to take a long time. And then there's also talks about a new Switch coming out and stuff like that, like a Switch 2 and everything. So I'm kind of hoping that's the deal, because like one of the comparisons, I watched a bunch of videos on this Session skateboard game. One of the things they showed was like the customization of your skater,
Yeah.
and it's just like horrible. Like they just look like shit, like compared to like
the other
the other
systems.
things. And that's like one of the things I'm really hyped on about Hogwarts is like the customization, So, but I kind of just think like this game is like by a small developer, right?
Yeah.
So I'm kind of thinking like, they're gonna put a lot of work
into it.
more work into Hogwarts than this game got put into it.
Sure.
For that crossover. But I am like really, really fucking excited to play
It's
Hogwarts,
a good game,
dude.
dude. Yeah.
Like every time I go to like the store, I'm always like, man, maybe I should just buy it for
Xbox.
Xbox when it comes out.
It's not out yet.
No, yeah, it comes out April.
You should buy it for Xbox.
I just won't play it as much. That's the
Oh.
problem. Yeah, it's the problem.
Yeah,
I
get
fall
that.
off.
It's good, man. It really is. Like I enjoyed playing it. There's
Yeah,
this whole like
I
other
definitely
portion of the
won't
game
play
with
it.
like beasts and
Yeah, you don't like that shit.
Nah.
what don't you like?
And
Just-
Zelda comes out next month too.
Just like RPGs.
Oh, okay.
Zelda 2 comes
Zelda
out,
2
or
comes out.
Tears of the Kingdom.
Like I'd buy it and then I'd never play it. Like
That game looks huge, bro.
fucking.
I think
Red
the last
Dead.
one was huge.
The last one was huge, but like just like I saw another trailer for the Zelda game, and like it just looks so big. It looks like there's so much shit going on.
Yeah.
Like it's gonna be pretty, and that's what they're saying. They're saying it's gonna be like a huge experience.
I see a Star
Immersive
Wars
experience.
game that's coming out.
The Jedi one, yeah, that looks cool. The
What
ray
is
tracing
that?
in
Dude, it
awesome.
looks like the game we played.
Let me see.
Dude, did you see the
Uh,
person playing Elden Ring on their guitar?
I did.
Holy shit, bro.
Actually, she was streaming Apex when I was watching her.
This one, Jedi Survivor.
Yeah, this game actually looks really
That's
good.
the sequel to Jedi Fallen
Fallen Order.
Order.
Yeah.
That game is really hard.
Yeah,
like Elden
It's
Ring.
like Elden Ring.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I didn't know. I bought this game. And I thought it was awesome, right? Like when I first started it, but then I started dying left and
All the
right
time,
from like stormtroopers, like hitting me, and they kept telling me to parry and shit like that. And I was like, I don't know what that means because I never played a game like this.
Yeah.
You know, I never
Means
played a
like-
game where you have to dodge at the moment. You have to look for tells
Yep.
in the character for when to dodge.
Just how Elden
like
Ring
they'll
is.
do something.
Oh, okay.
Like they'll make a certain move that tells you they're about to strike. I had no idea about that,
Yeah.
and so it just ended up frustrating me, and I stopped playing it.
Once you figure that out, though, then it's like okay, now like.
But it
makes
was
sense.
it was a cool ass game.
Yeah.
I just wasn't
Yeah,
good
this
at
game
it.
looks like it's gonna be good.
This game's already exists though, Jim.
This game does.
Yeah, this is a sequel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I don't think it's out yet though.
Star Wars Fallen Order is the game you can play
First
right
one.
now.
This is Jedi Survivor. Yeah.
It kind of reminds me of the game that we played.
You think that, but the game we played was like fun, and
Yeah,
this game's kind of like
which we never did find that game.
What game is it?
It came out
Star Wars
when
game?
episode
Battlefront?
1, 2, and 3 came out, and it was for PlayStation.
Battlefront.
it was kind of like a side.
It was
scroller.
side scroll, but like Tomb Raider kind of,
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
and it you could play multiplayer, and you could run you could do the story multiplayer,
Yeah.
and it was pretty fucking awesome.
We would rent it every time I spent the night at Jim's house because Jim had PlayStation.
What's this?
This is Battlefront 2.
No, look up
I think we tried finding
I
it
know.
before.
look up Star Wars game from
PlayStation.
Jedi something.
Yeah, something Jedi. PlayStation. You gotta type in like Jedi.
And PlayStation 1.
PlayStation 1. Make sure you put PlayStation 1.
Yeah,
please.
it'll be. These
Oh,
are
you
my
got Star Wars.
the original 2006. Was it this one? Shadows of what?
No, it was like Jedi something.
No, this
2000 Jedi Power
That's-
Battles.
Ooh, it might be it.
Yeah, click on that shit. YouTube that. That it?
Yeah.
This is it. I
That's
think.
it.
Give Power Battles. There you go. Look
Give
at
me
that.
a gameplay.
Isn't that what this is? Right here.
Is that it? I
fuck?
don't know, man.
I'm gonna go to YouTube.
I don't know.
That's it, dude. Because I remember Mace Windu being on the front. That's Mace Windu, right? Sam Jackson.
Yeah. Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah. Yeah, because you could pick those characters.
Is this gameplay?
No, it's a trailer.
Try to find some gameplay.
Type in gameplay.
This looks like the whole game.
Do you like the first? No, do you like the first level? Because that's like where we would have been.
The whole time. No, we kind of killed it.
I don't know, dude.
Yeah, this is it. It just felt way cooler. Hold on. Is this it?
That's what I'm saying, dude. I don't know if this is it.
I remember it being like what year is this out?
2000.
Yeah.
That'd be about right. See if is there a multiplayer?
You don't remember any of this?
No.
No.
I remember it being better. Do you know what I mean?
I don't know.
Go back to that list.
Yeah, I'm going back.
Just type in PlayStation 1. We can put a pin in this one because that looks familiar.
That scene, yeah.
Yeah. Because I feel like we only got like 3-4 levels.
Yeah, possibly.
Type PlayStation 1 Jedi.
It wasn't the Phantom Menace game because I remembered always seeing that, and we would get the other game.
I don't. Let's see. Starfighter Rebel. Yeah.
Jedi Power Battles.
It must have been.
Yeah.
Or Masters of Terrace Kai.
No. Okay. It was Jedi Power Battles.
That's for sure it. Do you remember it being like state of the art though? And now when you look at it, it looks like a phone game.
Yeah. Worse than a phone game.
Yeah. Does it come? Was it? It was for a Game Boy Advance too.
Looks like it.
Because if it is, I might get that. Let's see what it looks like. Type in Game Boy. What's it look like?
Game Boy Advance.
What's it look like on there?
Like that.
Like Metroid.
Give me some gameplay in that, Enzo.
Did you guys see the Tetris movie?
No.
There's a Tetris movie trailer. Oh, this looks trashy.
It don't look that bad, dude. Game Boy Advance.
I remember this game now, dude, for sure. Because I remember fighting the robots.
Okay. Yeah.
Look up a Tetris movie trailer.
Oh yeah, that looks great.
Send me that.
I think that's only for Apple though.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, because Tetris has a fucked up history. It's like a fucking nutty history involving like the Soviet Union and shit.
Really?
Yeah, and like spies and shit.
That's fucking.
For the game of fucking Tetris to come out.
It is Apple TV.
Tetris.
Yeah, I got it here.
Tetris. The perfect game.
It's too bad.
It was the most beautiful thing I'd ever seen. I played for 5 minutes. I still see falling blocks in my dreams. It's poetry, art, and math all working in magical synchronicity. It's the perfect game. Tetris?
Tetris.
Tetris. Tetris.
Tetris. I don't get it.
It's a combination of tetra, Greek for 4, and tennis.
Tennis.
The Russian inventor, he likes tennis. Hazel.
Yeah.
This game isn't just addictive, it stays with you. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
Hank, only 10 other people in the world have seen what you're about to see. It's called the Game Boy.
Package it with Tetris.
Can you get us the rights?
The Soviet Union had worldwide rights. Nothing gets out easily. I'm gonna go to Moscow.
You're walking into a country that still considers America enemy numero uno.
Okie dokie.
You sure you don't have to talk to your wife about this first?
Pioneers have to bet the house to win.
But not literally.
Listen. Have you ever heard our apartment this quiet before?
This is the inventor of Tetris.
Your game is brilliant. I'm gonna make you a millionaire.
Mr. Hodges, have you ever negotiated with the Soviets?
We're here for Tetris.
We все здесь только ради денег.
What do you say? I don't speak Russian.
The
most powerful man in Communist Party is watching you and your family.
I love this final countdown.
What the hell is going on?
The world is changing, and Soviet Union will not be left behind.
You want to play with the big boys? This is how the world works.
Where is my money?
This is insane.
What'd you say?
We can't protect
The final countdown.
The soundtrack. In like 8-bit or whatever.
Yeah.
This is criminal. The Soviet Union is about to implode. They're lying. Everybody's lying.
The cavalry is coming.
We don't have time.
I have a plan.
Oh, come on. You guys are the kings of cliffhangers.
Not too bad.
Yeah, it's. I don't know how we watch that though.
Yeah, I don't have Apple TV either. Oh. But
you have to like download it.
It'll probably be out.
Free trial, maybe.
Yeah, or it'll probably just come out on everything eventually, right?
Did you see the trailer for that? The Nike. The Air Jordan, with Ben Affleck and Matt Damon.
Yeah, I did.
It looks pretty good.
It does look pretty good.
About the invention of the Air Jordan.
Yeah, it's like it's like what's like a movie styling. It's like
this one right here.
Like Jobs or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Or this one.
Yeah, this too.
I want to watch that Jared the Subway documentary that's on Hulu.
Oh, about speaking of pedos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that guy was like fucked up.
He's a bad man.
So I guess this woman, I don't know the full story, but I guess this woman, this investigative journalist, like befriended him or something and like found out like what he was. And so she like, I guess worked with like the FBI to like take him down. And like, you know, basically like he would confide in her and stuff. And like, I watched a clip of it where she had like a phone call. She like recorded a phone call with him, and he was talking about how he wants to get something. He was like talking about he needs a new fetish, and he wants to get some young girls and stuff or young kids. And she's like, well, how young? And he's like, yeah, I don't know, about middle school. And he's like, and she's like, so like 9 or, she's like, what about like 9 or 10 or something? He's like, oh yeah, he's like, that'd be hot. That'd be like really hot. Shit.
This is on a phone call?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah,
he's like, hold on, let me
stick with Hogwarts Legacy.
He's like, hold on, let me pause my video games real quick.
Yeah. He doesn't play video games. This guy doesn't play video games.
I guess like he was like a dick too. Like I guess you know, once he got famous, because it started off as like a local thing. Like he just got put in like a local ad, and it kind of blew up,
yeah.
You know. And so they gave him like $1 million, like millions of dollars, to become the spokesperson basically. Yeah. And I guess everybody says that anybody that knew him said that he like immediately changed, and like once he got famous, like he like immediately changed and started taking.
I've heard he was like the meanest celebrity.
Yeah, like he started like abusing his wife and
Yeah.
like verbally abusing her, and like would like embarrass her in public, like on purpose and shit, and like just was just like a shitty dude.
Yeah.
And like a sleazeball, like some radio show host like had him on, and he was like super professional and everything while they were talking, and then as soon as it like they went off the air, he was like basically like, yeah, come fuck me now, like just total sleazeball and shit.
Yeah, I've heard like a comedian or somebody say that like they were asked a question like, who is the hardest celebrity to work with, and it was Jared, and then they're like, and then he ended up getting his, you know, they're like, oh wow, that guy was an asshole to me.
Yeah,
and he's got, you know, he's fucking in jail for kiddie porn.
Yeah, and he got 15 years.
It's fucking weird, bro.
Yeah, catching a monster, Jared from Subway.
That's on Hulu.
Yeah, you can watch that on Hulu.
Did you ever watch that one about the guy with the axe?
No.
The axe murderer guy?
Which one is that?
Ty the He's like the surfer guy.
No,
You gotta watch that one too. Okay. It's a good one. It's got a fucking awesome little twist at the end. Can't remember what it's called, but it's good.
Let me see. What else do I got? Got some shit.
Did you watch Nick Fuentes?
Yeah. Yeah, I thought it was pretty good.
Same.
Yeah, she handles that interview really good. We talked about it a little bit last week.
Yeah, she I did like her position on it. Like,
yeah, she didn't like.
She just asked questions basically.
She was
like, I don't know what that is. What is
Yeah,
that?
yeah.
Like, what do you mean by that?
Like when she was like talking about slavery, and she was like, "Oh,
Yeah,
and
she's
Nick's
like,
like, be careful."
Yeah,
He's
like,
like,
please save my
yeah.
channel. Yeah.
He's like, be careful. He's like, you're gonna get yourself canceled.
Yeah.
He's like telling her. He is like charismatic, and he has like, he talks really well.
Yeah, he like doesn't get like
Over emotional. He just kind of tells it how he sees it.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's not. I never.
It's like
feel
Kanye had to wear that like mask over his face while he was saying that shit.
Yeah.
Because it's like when the camera's on you and stuff, I feel like you can't. It's hard, and this kid can just kind of like.
He just lets it go.
Yeah.
But he doesn't seem hateful. I don't catch a hateful vibe off him. I really don't. I just think he expresses views that are just really hard for any person who's been brought up in the world the last 30 years to even hear. But a lot of it doesn't stem out of hate. Like,
no,
it doesn't at all.
Yeah, he has like a lot of logical reasoning behind his thoughts.
And he'll even catch him. I don't know. I see. I don't know what I read in the comments. Like, everyone's like, "This is the best Nick Fuentes interview. This is hearing him the best way he's ever been heard." And I don't know if he's like really like hyperbolic on his own show, where he like says
he is. I've seen him
spit some wild shit.
Spit some wild shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Owen Benjamin level.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Where it's still
like his I could like if you showed a liberal.
Just a normie. Let's just say a normie, not even just a liberal.
Well, I'm just saying, if you showed a liberal any of his clips of his show, like their fucking head would explode.
Yeah.
Like their head would fucking explode. Like,
I was watching
like, they
it.
might pee themselves, like
from his show.
Yeah.
But if you show him something from Pearl, that Pearl interview, I feel like I don't know. I was watching it in my office, and like my assistant manager who works with me was watching. He's like, well, he'd be like, well, that kind of makes sense. And he's like pretty liberal, or he's just really contrarian, I should say.
Yeah.
In general.
Yeah, you're gonna get called to the headquarters soon.
Oh, yeah. Be careful, dude.
I'm not worried about it.
Yeah.
You can talk about shit about. I hate that. You can talk shit about Christianity with open. You can't
no problem.
You can't talk. Like, it's like these fucking liberals would be like, you guys believe in some bearded God holding the gates open when you die. It's like, but like, if you like were to be like, well, you know that the Jews believe in this stuff, they'd be like, well, that's fine.
That's fine.
That's fine. They can believe in
I don't
that.
want to talk about that.
They can believe in that magic stuff if they want. Like, it's like, but your magic stuff is bad.
Yeah.
It's like, that's where I don't get, like, where you can, how can you decipher which religion you're going to be like, yay and nay? Like, it just seems, it's very contradictory.
Yeah. I like the whole, like, when you're like, oh, leave kids out of, trans fucking readings and stuff. And like Tennessee that just banned any trans events
with children,
right?
Yeah.
Or anywhere within 1,000 feet of a school.
That's how it should be.
They banned it. Yeah, but people are like, blah, blah, blah. And we're just like, dude, just stay away from the kids. Just stay away, do your thing. Just stay away from fucking kids. Like, it's pretty simple.
Yeah.
It's a pretty simple thing. Just stay the fuck away from kids. And, they'll be like, ooh, what about the Catholic Church?
Yeah.
You guys shouldn't have a problem with that. You're
Actually,
touching
we
kids.
did.
It's like, no. Everybody has a problem with
Yeah,
that.
everyone does.
Yeah.
Nobody's defending them.
It's like,
You know?
I've seen posters of like, it's like a drag queen, and then it's like has done way less than this, and it's like a picture of a priest. I'm
Yeah.
like, do you really want to be comparing it with those people? Like, do you want to be on the same level that, oh, you haven't had as much molestations as priests? Like,
Yeah.
So
like,
you're
hey,
saying
we're not
there's
here
some
yet.
molestations?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know. I think I just saw Tennessee's willing to give up nearly 1.3 billion in funding. Why is billions of dollars of funding on the line for this?
That's all fake, Enzo. It's all money just being pushed around.
I
and
know, but
they're
still,
using.
it's
They
like-
just use this shit to like get people fired up on the right to be like, I don't want drag queens reading to my kids.
Which they should be able to do that.
There was there was actually a
Get fired
protest
up,
in
I
like Royal Oak, or
Yeah.
no, there was a book reading in Royal Oak at some fucking liberal bookstore, and
Yeah.
and there was like this big protest there, and
Drag
it
queen
was,
story time.
but it was basically like from all the pictures I saw, there was no like
pushback.
There was no counter protest.
No.
So it was just a bunch of like gay people and trans people and drag queens out there like with signs like "Leave us alone," but like nobody was like.
Yeah, it's like you're in Royal Oak and we were gonna leave you alone. Like what are you talking about? Like, yeah,
I mean, there might have been, but I just didn't see any pictures of that. So it's like, well, why is there a big protest like out here? Like,
Yeah, why?
Who are they protest? What are they protesting? Because the bookstore is having the reading.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Yeah, I thought that was ridiculous. A friend of mine went to it, and I'm just like, why? Like, what are you trying to like? I just want to bring, dude. I just want to bring like some strippers, some cis white strippers.
No, hold on.
Or black strippers.
I know what you're going, but my buddy made a really good analogy to what this is like. Okay, this is the equivalent of having a drag queen read to your children or come to your child's school is the equivalent of having the Hooters girls come.
That's what I'm saying.
Not stripper, but Hooters girls coming to your school or reading to your children.
Sure.
Like just not appropriate.
No.
Not appropriate. It's not appropriate. I don't care what anybody says. You show me a drag show or any drag event that isn't sexual.
Yeah.
Show me it.
Because sometimes they're like strip clubs.
Yeah, except they just don't strip.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So you
Like
just
Hooters,
bring
though, like,
strippers, yeah, or whatever. What's that other one?
Twin Peaks.
Twin Peaks. You bring a bunch of Twin Peaks girls to a gazebo in a park.
Yeah.
And just have them dancing.
Don't give them any
and-
ideas. They'll probably do it for real.
It really doesn't have that much. It really doesn't have much to do with the fact that of it being gay or anything like that. It's just like conservatives would be up in arms if Hooters girls came
Yeah.
to their kids' school.
Yeah.
Or read to their kids at story time.
100%, dude.
They wouldn't be down with that shit either. So like, and there's nothing. I've never seen a drag event that wasn't sexual,
And that's
or sexualized in some way, or like have some type of sexual activity going on.
And you're being very kind also, but in the way you're saying it, like there's a way more harsh way of saying like why you don't want like this activity going on. Like you're being very logical, saying that you know what I'm saying? Like you could be someone with your views could be way more blunt and harsh about why it's a bad thing. And we have to be, because it's like you say one thing and you can get canceled.
Well, I mean, I think it just comes to the fact of just not being like an asshole, I guess. It's like, so if I look at these, if I look at this stuff and I'm like, the way I see it is like, I'm like, all right, this is happening in Royal Oak. This is close to home. Like I want to eventually have kids. Like, is this where I want my kids to be grown, like to be raised? So then I have to start because we live in America with freedom, and you have to start thinking, well, then what do I do? Like, what do I do? What's my way out of this?
White flight.
Is to move out of this. Like, is to get away from this and go to like somewhere like Milford or something, or a town where where just wholesome values are being
still
practiced, and you can see that.
Yeah.
Because it's like, why does there have to be a Cirque du Soleil show on the sidewalk at a library in Royal Oak? Like, I mean...
Well, that's what Royal Oak's about. I mean, it didn't surprise me. It's like, why? Of course, Royal Oak would host a drag show. They've had, they have that bondage store right on the corner and shit. I mean, it's just... That's
just
what I would expect.
There.
Yeah, that's their culture. And and that's fine. But you get the choice of like not having that by like just moving to somewhere where that's not the case, or taking your kids not taking your kids to this, because Jake's kids lived right down the street to it. Did they go to this? No. Like, you know what I mean? And
yeah, we're right there, dog.
Actually, he's holding up. He's got his racism hate hoodie on and shit or whatever. Yeah, he looked like a good time. They had free spaghetti. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's something your mom would take you to when you were younger.
Probably.
For sure. She's like, I play bingo with these people. Oh, man.
You know, I got my hair cut for the longest time by a transsexual.
Yeah. It was, what was his name? Jeffrey or something?
I forgot the name. But
you loved him, dude. You loved him.
He's the only one I trusted for some reason. I didn't know. It was Bo Ricks.
Yeah. God, his name was like Jeffrey or something.
Yeah, when I was like, this is probably from the time I was 6th grade up until
high school. Yeah.
9th or 10th grade. Yeah. He's just who I got,
That's
like,
fine. Like, there's nothing wrong with it.
I remember being like weirded out the first few times for sure. It was like this dude, obvious dude, but
it's.
I don't know what it is.
See, what it is like
he was cool though.
It's choice.
Yeah.
Like it comes down to that. Like if you want to view it as whatever, like a mental illness or whatever. I mean, like it's choice, and you get the freedom of choice in America, where you can like do things to keep that, like if you think that this is bad and you think it's corrupt and you think it's being pushed upon your kids, then you got to you have to take the steps that you need to take to keep your children away from that stuff.
Yeah.
And I mean, does that mean that those people are bad? I don't think so. I really don't. I think that a lot of the times they're
mentally ill.
Mentally ill. I think that might be a
mentally. Some guy was talking about this, about like he pointed out a really good way to show like you're not a woman and you're not a man if you're not born a woman, if you're not born a man. And it's like, what do he say? He goes, you take one guy, one male and 20 females on an island, right? And within 100 years, there'll be hundreds of people.
Yeah.
Populated. No, you take one guy and 100 women.
Yeah.
Within 100 years or so, there'll be hundreds of people on that island. Okay. You take one male and 100 trans women, and in 100 years, you'll find the skeleton of one male or 101 males.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's facts, dude.
Yeah.
That's all you'll find.
Yeah. That's simple biology, man. That's why it's like wild that like academics argue this stuff. I'm like, what? Like,
and it's dude, and it's mostly those people that are on the left. They went to school, and you bring up this topic, and it's like all of a sudden there's just this break in their like
everything.
Their logic just stops when it comes to this.
Dude, did you hear about so there's that study that came out that showed that corporations are turning down job applications with anything on any resumes that hint at like that use pronouns in them at all. Like if you turn in a resume that has your preferred pronouns on it, you're more likely to be ignored by that corporation. By a corporation, you're less likely to be hired with a resume that has pronouns on it. Okay, and it's totally makes sense too, because we see it in my line, like as soon as someone comes in and it's like, oh, I'm like hardcore leftist, fucking woke, or I'm like, if someone comes in and they're super woke, you can predict this person's gonna be problems.
Yeah,
there's gonna be lots of complaining,
a lot of call-ins,
fucking
issues,
just issues, bro,
breakdowns, and so on.
Yep. Problems with other coworkers all of a sudden, you know, and that's what it is, and that's the truth. And I think a lot of places know that now. They're seeing that. It's like, okay, you have issues. You're gonna be a problem. You're a liability.
Yes.
You're gonna sue us.
But I have you know, a they them at my work, and I thought I was like, oh fuck, here we go. Like, and there's for sure some red flags where there was like mental health call-in days and stuff, but like when it comes down to it, like they are fucking awesome. And like it's just like they just have the work ethic.
Oh, we haven't seen that.
I know it's like an anomaly, but there is the fact that like they call in. They have fake Asperger's.
I mean, well, I guess like the work ethic, like if they're actually doing the work, like that's not. I don't really notice that kind of shit, but
you're just talking about drama, emotional drama.
I'm talking about drama.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
That's
and that's there. But when it comes to the work ethic, I'm like, this kid is like actually a worker. So it's like, it's just that shit's just genetic. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Right.
But God forbid I say she.
Oh man.
Yeah, man. I remember our first experience with it was like, I don't know, probably 2016-ish. Yeah, 2015, 2016-ish. We had a dude come in and like just always talking about being broke, always complaining about, oh, I don't have this, blah, blah, blah. Like, I don't know, always complaining about some shit. But then like all of a sudden, like people were getting in trouble for saying things, like him being offended.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And we're like, what the fuck's going on? Like, what the fuck? Like, what you got in trouble because you said what? Like, yo, you made a joke about someone told on you for that? Like, you know, like that started happening a lot.
When do you guys think it all was the first time you realized that shit was going on?
That was like our first experience of wokeness.
When was it?
Like 2015, 2016-ish.
Yeah, when it all
same,
started.
yeah.
And it was like, oh shit, like
I didn't see it really. I didn't really see it, to be honest, and during that time, because I don't work in a liberal area. I didn't work in a liberal area at that time.
Right.
You know, I worked with mostly like inner city people, to be honest, and you don't really see it with like real inner city people. You don't see that at all.
Yeah.
But you see like the people going to the inner cities to protect them, you know, like they're like that, but the people in the inner cities are just wild and
traditional.
Right. Yeah, traditional in their own sense, for sure. Yeah. But no, I didn't see it. And like I didn't see Trump. Like we talk about that all the time, but I didn't see that. I didn't see it. I don't know what was going on in my life in like 2016. I was getting sober. I was working out. I was out of I really wasn't in.
You weren't paying attention
to nothing.
Yeah.
Like nothing. I didn't know you
like
couldn't
the
say
first 3.5 years of
faggot
Trump's
or retard anymore. I didn't know
When was
that
the first time that
didn't-
happened though to you? Like, cause that happened to me. All of a sudden, people like.
I mean, I heard jokes about it, like in comedy, probably, but
like who's the first person to get canceled?
I mean, when that shit started happening, I guess so. Like the Me Too stuff.
The Me Too.
Yeah,
it was.
That's 2016 and 2017. But I think I was so out of touch with like pop culture and politics and everything that it wasn't on my radar. Like I didn't even realize.
Yeah.
I mean, we were doing what? Were we were not doing music then.
No, we were doing videos.
We were doing some videos and yeah, I don't know. I didn't really see it. Like I didn't know you couldn't say stuff. I mean, I used to say some wild shit to my employees and stuff. Like some wild shit.
I know.
Like during that time.
All of a sudden, it was like, oh shit.
I mean,
like, kinda watch what I
2020,
say.
it really just
like I said in front of this new person at my job, I was talking to an old like an OG employee, and I said, oh, so she was talking about like this person that her and one of her like arch enemy, like her like nemesis, both like banged,
Okay.
And I was like, oh, so you guys are Eskimo sisters, and I was like, oh shit.
Yeah,
because I don't know if this new person woke or not.
Oh, like if they're gonna get you for like
sexual harassment.
Yeah.
Well, no, or like just offensive, like
Sure,
Eskimo. Oh, I'm Eskimo.
That went a different way than I thought. I'm Eskimo.
Like you didn't know if you could say Eskimo.
Yeah,
Or you
like
thought you
Eskimo,
just said the
Eskimo
N-word.
brother, and shit like that, right?
He appropriated my culture.
Yeah. No, but I had a crazy thought like about how like at that time, so that's probably like 2000 when MySpace is cracking. What is that? 2010, 2009.
Yeah, 2008.
You have Dave Chappelle out with like Chappelle Show, and that's what that statement's from.
Yeah.
Was from the Chappelle Show.
Yeah, the racist
and like
animals of Hollywood.
yeah, you could like there was almost like this like within like black and whites. Like I was hanging out with black guys I worked with, and white guys that were like hood, and like you could there was like this.
Is this pre-Obama?
Coming.
Yes.
Yeah.
Pre-Obama. George Bush.
There was this coming together of like. I mean, even Nas had a song called the N-word, and he was like album called the N-word, and like it was like, and it was about like this thing was like that we were all like
N-words.
we're all one, yeah, we're all one.
I remember that,
and like you could get away, and these words are just words, and like they're not this big of a deal.
Yeah, I thought the Chappelle Show ended racism.
Yeah, it was close to, dude. It was close to it because it made it ridiculous. It made racism ridiculous. Like you realize how ridiculous it was.
Yeah.
To actually like really like
it's like
hate.
Funny how ridiculous
Yes,
it is.
Exactly.
That's like what he did with it.
Yeah.
But then what happened since then?
I don't know. A lot of culture
It's just like
changing.
went totally reverse. Even Chappelle, his stand-up is like. I feel like in almost reverse, kind of, like he's
young millennials and early Gen Zs, man.
Yeah, just putting a kibosh to funny, but like I mean, like are kids in the locker room still like dropping retard and saying faggot, like just to
I don't know, are they?
To
I don't
get
know.
a crack, you know what I mean?
Yes, I mean, if I'm
young kids,
if I'm pretty sure, like I haven't been called a faggot since our scene days.
Yeah.
Other than the only time I've been called a faggot since then is on the ice.
In hockey?
In beer leagues.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Like,
that's awesome.
Still exists there real
That's
hard.
awesome.
Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah.
Said it more than once myself.
Yeah, I mean it's acceptable. But for a second it was like I don't know. It was almost like all that was going away and it like didn't matter. There was like this coming together, and then all of a sudden Obama.
Is it? I don't know. What was it? Something happened.
I don't know. Why don't we talk about it next episode and try to figure it out? Why don't you tell everyone where they can find us?
Check us out on Instagram at Secret Hideout Podcast. You can check us out on TikTok if you want to. Here I'll read a little TikTok message. Zo, do you have TikTok up on your screen?
Yes, I do.
See if there's go to the message right there. So everyone who's been dropping some hammers in there. See what T Masquizzy. How do we say that? Shout that out.
T-Moski? He
T-Moski?
sent Dan Bongino saying to prepare now about something.
Here, play the video. Hold on. Pause it for a second. I'll get it
What are
on
you
there.
guys talking about?
Just doing a couple TikTok messages.
Oh, you want to do some DMs real quick?
Yeah, just real quick.
Okay, yeah. We can do that. Let's just make it quick. I gotta watch some ass, bro. Gotta get that ass fucking.
You want to watch that ass fucking. All right.
All right, where's this? Who's this from?
Zoe?
It's from TMSQY. It's Dan Bongino.
I'm asking you to prepare now and do not wait. What does prepare mean? It means get yourself some
Play this shit.
some emergency food. It means make sure you have some cash on hand. It means make sure you can protect yourself and your family, whichever way makes you comfortable.
I don't know why. What's up with
It
that?
means make sure you have a plan with your family about what you're going to do in an emergency. What's the worst case scenario if you were to do this stuff? Worst case scenario is you have to enact that plan, and at least you have one.
Yeah.
Best case scenario.
So he's talking about. I mean, this is on 3/14. This is to.
I don't even know how to make a plan
today.
like that. Like I don't know what to do.
Well, you got your bug out bag.
I got my, but I don't know. Like we're
That's
we're
a step further. Than
We're like a
me.
metro county, like
Yeah.
a metro city of a city, like of a major city, like.
So what's
it's
Dude,
fucked.
Grantham,
We're
man.
fucking
I was
fucked.
sending you guys videos for a while about that urban survival and
Yeah.
like what you would do. Like,
Yeah.
basically, you have to team up. If you're by yourself, you're fucked. You're dead. You have to get with a group of people that all have the same goal and that have the ability to have the essentials with them or know how to get the essentials, and then you have to travel together.
So Dan Bongino's on there today. This is from today, saying because what everyone's tripping about these banks.
Dude, the banks are cool.
right?
Yeah, we're basically being sucked dry as a nation, and then the parasite's gonna leave us soon and move on to a new host.
So, all right, yeah. Well, no more messages for today. But we should actually we should talk about the banks, and I don't feel like we got into enough some of the deep talk. We'll talk about it next week. Get a little deeper. We were pop culture heavy today.
Yeah,
But
it's
yeah, come on TikTok and leave us messages. We'll read them on here every once in a while, and subscribe to the YouTube channel, and everything's on Rumble too. So check all that out.
Yeah, and like always, don't listen to a word we say because we don't know what the fuck we're talking about. And please do your own research, and we will catch you on the flip side.
Peace.
Later.
Peace.